On a previous video, we saw how to create a shop drawing template. In this video, we are going to show you how you can dimension this template for further use. I'm going to show you that I have preloaded two templates for dimensioning, CLT continuous and CLT ordinate. Now, the first step that we're going to take is we're going to load a family. This family is called dimensions part. Now we're going to activate one of the views on the template, as so. And now we're going to take the dimension part, select one type, in this case left, drag it and drop it, and proceed to select the structural element. Now we're going to go to dimension. We're going to be careful not to select the dimension, but the handler on the dimension marked by the OT. We're going to change the offset to 0.2. We're going to go to edit the type, and we are going to change the dimension style to CLT ordinate, which has been created beforehand for this example. We're going to hit apply, OK, and now as you can see the dimension has changed, and we have also dimensioned the drill holes on the CLT piece. Now there's another way in which we can do that. We can unselect the family references, and we are going to go to the press VG, to the visual graphic styles, go to filter, edit new, and we are going to create a new filter. I'm going to call it hsbcad drill. This is under the structural connections, so I'm going to select that category. Now I'm going to select a family name, set the rule to equals to, and I'm going to proceed and select the name of the family that I want to dimension. So we hit apply, OK, OK, and that's it. Now we go to the handler of the dimension, edit the type, and I'm going to type hsbcad drill. Finally, I'm gonna go and apply the change, and you see it's automatically updated, and I'm gonna click OK. Now I want to change the dimension style because the numbers are overposing on each other, so I'm gonna select the dimension, not the handler, and I'm going to edit the type. I'm gonna give it a smaller value, let's say about 2. Click apply, and as you can see, now it has been updated, and now we can see the numbers on the dimension. Now I'm going to do the same for the top. I'm going to select the top, select the structural element, and now I'm going to select it. I'm going to give it the name of the previously created dimension style. This is very important. If you don't do that, the dimension will be different from the one that you want, so make sure you always select the dimension that you want displayed on your drawing. Now we have to do this for all the elements. Now I'm going to show you how you can apply a different type of dimension to your drawing. In this case, we're going to apply a continuous dimensioning. I have already created one type called top continuous, but I'm going to show you how to create it from scratch. So I'm going to drag and drop the bottom dimension. I'm going to go and select the element. I'm going to change to the style that I want. In this case, I want it to be continuous. I'm going to unselect all the checkbox as I want to create an overall dimension. And as you can see, now it has been applied a continuous type of dimension. I'm going to do the same for the top, and it's giving me some dimensioning I do not need. I'm going to select the handler, give it correct spacing, duplicate, create a copy, as I have already used this one in the right section. I'm going to unselect what I don't want dimension, and the dimension has updated successfully. The next two steps are the most important ones, as we need to copy the view section anchors that we have just modified and replace them in the default sheet that was previously created. Then we need to go and remove all the views that were created beforehand. That means the sections, the sheets, and the 3D views. in order to avoid duplicates. Once we've done that, we're going to go to the CLT tab, select Shop Drawings for Parts, select the sheet that we created, select the part that we want to test, click on Finish, and as you can see, we have now a dimension template that we can further use on different elements. So now we're going to go to the 3D view. I am going to select and create for parts, A3, and select the rest of the parts that conform the CLT wall. Click on Finish. And now we have all our new sheets with the dimensions adjusted to each of the pieces that we just selected. Finally, what we need to do is load a new family. In this case is the tag family. In this case, we're gonna see that the CLT tag has two different options, dimensions or properties. In this case, we're gonna use properties. So I'm gonna activate the view, press VG, and make sure that the generic model category is activated. This is really important because we need the CLT element in order to tag the part. Now we're gonna go to the CLT tab, add tags, select the hsbcad CLT element. It's worth mentioning that even if the CLT element is not visible in the project, it is present because we just activated the generic models, and there you have it. The tag has been set into the template.